The Institute Discovering Environmental Scientists, or TIDES, is a summer research opportunity for high school and college students to join our education and research staff here on the Hudson River. We invite young people from high schools and colleges around New York to join us for field work, for lab work, for data analysis, and students get to design their own research projects and at the end present their data, their findings to the community around us.
I learned that I don't hate getting my hands dirty. I was not the type to go outside and do things and get in the thick of the woods or in the water, but I found that it was kind of fun, and especially doing it with a team was a really great experience.
My experience with TIDES was an amazing adventure filled with a bunch of students and teachers that were all like-minded individuals coming together to produce something amazing.
I say that I learned that I can put more into a group than I thought I could. Just incorporate myself and come up with ideas. And I didn't think that I could do it as well as I actually did.
And I had so much fun forming connections with these young researchers and helping bring out that passion and love for science that existed in each and every one of them throughout the course of 2 weeks. So it's just really fun to forge those friendships and to sort of be a role model figure to those people.
I realized that I like to do field research because in school we do labs and I've hated that, but I feel like being hands-on and learning about the things that excite me is what I've learned about myself.
It was my first time doing a program like TIDES and just learning where my role is with the students and how to bring this teaching idea of, okay, you never did science? Here, let's make it enlightening and fun and see how much you like it.
I have learned that doing this type of work really is exciting for me, getting to go out in the field and learn things hands-on.
I've learned that during field work and even collecting data and all that fun stuff that I really like to take the lead.
So one of my favorite moments during TIDES was when we had a young person, we were out doing some data collection.
And it was just after a rain and there was so much mud.
She was, carrying a bunch of equipment out in the field. It was very rugged.
And I got stuck in the mud twice, and it took Maija, Angela, and my teacher to get me out, and then the second time I had to get myself out.
But the thing is, we all did it together and we were all helping each other, so that made it a really fun experience and it was worth it.
Here we have the three groups, the fish group, the water quality group, and the plant group, and just having people rely on you for collecting data because they know that you're capable of collecting that data feels very empowering.
Getting my foot in the door as a scientist or science educator was probably the biggest challenge that I faced because not many women are represented in science. So having that, yes, I can do this too, and I can do it just as well was my biggest problem, and just having to prove myself that I belong here too.
As a scientist and a woman, I think one of the challenges that I face often is having my voice heard, especially in a collaborative setting where most of the researchers that I work with are men. So that's a challenge that I felt my entire career, and in TIDES we try and help students overcome that feeling of maybe not belonging.
I found it empowering. I found it easier to work well with other people, which is important to me, and it made me feel better about myself because it was coming out of my shell a little bit, which was important to me.
I'm currently pursuing a STEM major, which is very difficult for women in general. And being a Latina woman in a STEM major, you get really overlooked. Being here in TIDES feels like an equal playing field for everyone. Everyone really counts on the data that you collect, and the more you participate, the more you go out there, the more hands-on that you are, the more you get a sense of being very accomplished, and that sense of accomplishment and sense of I can do it.